And now, we're ready. Welcome back to the 47th episode of the TNT Podcast. We're going to reveal we're going to reveal a picture of my dad on the 50th episode. I've decided. Show what he looks like. Face reveal.
Yeah, that'll break the camera.
Yeah. I'm saving myself something else. But we got somebody else here today. We got Donnie back.
Uncle Donnie.
You got anything to say?
Hello.
Cousin Donnie from me.
That's all he has to say. We're going to discuss two different things today, but the same cryptid. First, we're going to discuss
Hi, Joe. Getting off to a good start.
Yeah.
First, we're going to discuss the Marble Mountain Bigfoot sightings and film. This should make Cousin Donnie happy since he loves
Marble
Sasquatch.
Mountain. Where is Marble
In Marble Place.
That's in California, Northern California. Not far from Bluff Creek.
So, I kind of dreaded doing this episode a little bit because my dad...
Did you say Donnie loves Sasquatch?
Yeah, but I also...
You talking about that big, hairy, ugly woman he brought home the other night? I thought she said her name was Susan.
Jill.
Jill. Oh, Jill.
Okay, both of you. Let me get this out of the way. I kind of dreaded doing this one because Dad watches nothing but Bigfoot content. So, it's either be the best one or the worst one.
You're going to be behind, son. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Maybe not.
Just go
Yeah,
ahead.
Joe.
Maybe not.
Tell us something we don't know.
In the summer of 2000, a Boy Scout leader named Jim Mills took a Boy Scout troop camping in Northern California. Let me try again. In the summer of 2000, a Boy Scout leader named Jim Mills took a Boy Scout troop campaign in Northern California's Marble Mountains.
Camping.
Yeah.
Campaign, you said.
In Northern California.
Yeah.
Okay.
It isn't unusual for there to be Bigfoot sightings in these mountains. The place is thick, steep, and very few people live nearby it, so...
Yep, Bigfoot likes his solitude, you know why? He's like you. He don't take a bath, he don't clip his toenails, and he don't cut his hair.
Jim took the boys far off the trail so they wouldn't encounter other people. It would...
Y'all invited me, so here you go.
It would just
Here
be
we
the
go.
boys, himself, and a couple of other adults, while they hiked in a very remote area. Someone pointed out a figure in the distance. The being seemed to be watching them at first. Jim quickly grabbed his camera and began filming.
Well, did he ask Sasquatch first before he began
First
filming?
mistake, you have to get consent.
Consent, yeah. So I don't know what the
Consent.
law is in California on filming without permission. I do know
Or
when I worked on the
or
railroad, let me tell
filming
you a story.
Sasquatch because
Yeah,
everybody else that blur their face.
yeah. And nobody could get close enough to ask him because he smelled so bad. He didn't take a bath.
Well,
Let me tell you a story while I'm here. You ready for this? When I was on the railroad, these engines had this sign on it that said danger. It's been proven in the state of California diesel fumes cause cancer. I said, man, I'm glad I run this engine in Alabama. I don't have to worry about that crap. If I was in California, I'd get cancer driving this thing. So that's why I'm asking what the rule is about Bigfoot in California.
obviously he is an environmentalist because that's where he's.
Yeah, are you an environmentalist?
And basically, he wants to be left alone. You know.
Hey, Timmy, is that why you don't cut your toenails? Because you're an environmentalist? How does that help the environment?
Well, he can climb a tree with.
Well, that's true. But we had to throw away his old pair of shoes because they grew through the front.
The creature had extremely long arms and was very dark colored. He walked on two legs on a very steep grade without trouble. Experts analyzing the film stated the thing stood about 8 feet in height. It was both too tall and too agile for a human.
Too agile. Is this him?
Yeah.
Don't mess with him.
How can you tell he's 8 foot tall? Right? He don't look as agile as a mountain goat.
No, because he is 8 foot.
Man,
He ain't even got no legs down there. He's levitating. Look, where's his ankles?
That's what the purple is.
purple is what?
His leg.
You say so.
I thought he was the dot on the top of the screen.
That could be somebody just standing there looking.
It is. That's not.
Let me look at the next picture. There he is again. What's he pointing at now? He's over there going.
That's him, like,
He's
Why?
telling you
You'll
to
see
get the hell out of here. Is exactly what he's saying.
That way he's doing.
Leave me alone, man.
I hate to say it, Timmy. He kind of looks like he's got an erection right there.
Where? Show me where. Show me where.
You don't see that sticking up right there?
That's his hand.
No, his hand's over here pointing.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's 8 foot tall. Leave him alone. He's got a good one.
Well, maybe the Globetrotters need him.
Can we quit?
Oh.
Now,
No, you read on.
skeptics
Lead
like
on.
YouTube quickly deemed it a hoax, but there's another problem with that theory. Why would someone go way out in the middle of nowhere on top of a steep mountain and just hope someone would come into the area? The place where they hiked, a person could wait a year before seeing another human come along. Hoaxers want an audience and generally go to a place where they're sure to be seen, not in the middle of nowhere where nobody lives.
Well, now you have ruined it for me. I was gonna go out in the Gobi Desert and lay down in the sand, have nothing but my package sticking up, make people think there's a 2-foot baseball bat-sized death worm out here. And now look, I might lay out there. You say I'll lay out there a while,
Dude,
right?
you're the same age as me. You can't claim that no more. There ain't none of that shit happening at 56. That ain't happening. So, there you go.
Also, if you pay attention to the film, no one in the film acts as though they have rehearsed this event. They act natural during the entire encounter. On the screen is a picture taken from the actual film, as you can see. And you already told me what you think, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Next picture, please.
Wait a minute.
Come
Wait a
on,
minute.
Come on, we can put pictures on.
Oh, we can't go to that one till he tells us.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, what was you just saying? People acting normal in the film?
Yes.
Oh, it's just a Bigfoot. Let's go on and be our normal self. Is that how they
I meant
act?
they were acting natural.
Hey, it's naturally a Bigfoot up there, so let's just kind of go on and set our tent up right here. Maybe he won't raid the camp tonight.
Okay, time for a second.
Man, he's probably sunk tree trunks or turned tree trunks upside down and had all kinds of signs.
He's saying-
"Hey, man, leave me alone." That's what he's telling
He's
them.
pointing, saying, I cleared the woods out over there. Put your tents right over there in that clearing, dummies.
Guys, I'm still on page 1.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, well, we got a while.
Now for the second part of the show, we'll be discussing Paul Freeman film. Paul was a park ranger who worked for the United States Park Service. After having his own Bigfoot encounter, Walla Walla, Washington, in 1982, he became... Why'd you jump?
Because you pronounced it right.
He pronounced it correctly. I was proud of him. I seen hit him on the back.
Thank you.
I was expecting Walla Walla, Washington.
I never mispronounced.
No, you never
After
did.
having his own Bigfoot encounter, Walla Walla, Washington, in 1982.
What was that town again?
Walla Walla.
Walla Walla Walla.
He became caught.
Joe.
Deep breath.
He became caught the Bigfoot fever and kept a camera on him for the remainder of his life in case he saw another. The creature was 8 feet tall and covered in reddish-brown fur, as I said.
You sure you're not talking about that girl Donnie brought home the other night? Was it Jill?
No.
Okay.
Then, while working, he had his son with him in 1988 when they encountered another Bigfoot. His son was in such a state of shock that he still refused to discuss what he saw to this day.
You know why? Because he's like George Washington. He don't want to lie.
You may think it sounds strange for a man to have 3 encounters during his lifetime, but you have to remember, Paul spent the majority of his life in the woods. Paul became so determined to get the next Sasquatch he saw on film. His bosses at the National Park Service ordered him to remain quiet about what he had seen.
Yeah. They don't want people to know they got a coop working for them. He said, what's the fun?
The film in question occurred in 1994 in the Blue Mountains of Oregon, just across the state line from Washington. Go ahead and go to the next
All
page.
right, we can get us another picture. Here we
There he is, yeah.
Yep,
That's
there he
definitely
is.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He got a humpback.
Yep, okay. Dark spot. Hey, them things is all over the world. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
have you looked at the world map?
Yeah.
Sasquatch, Yeti, ape, rock apes. It's all the same thing. These things
They exist.
Yeah,
They're real.
yeah, they are. And they don't want to be messed with. Just leave them alone.
You know what Donnie said?
They're not going to bother you.
Donnie said they just like that. You hear what they found at Auburn University? Yeah, in the attic of one of the dormitories, Auburn University, they found a skeleton. They found out it was a 1947 hide-and-seek champion. Nobody ever found him. That's why he was a champion. That's the way Bigfoot is.
Obviously, they found it.
Yeah, but it took a while.
Well, they said they took one to England one time.
Yeah.
To try to-
Timmy said his name was Jocko. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. We're messing up his.
No, keep going. I'm just here.
Go ahead and tell us.
I'm not.
Anyway, we were at the
This is
part about the
the
government telling him to quit telling people about Bigfoot.
He woke one morning with plans to search an area where he had found some tracks. That morning, he didn't feel well and almost didn't go. When he arrived and trekked back an hour and a half into the forest where he previously had located some tracks and made plaster casts. Later, experts noted that the tracks had dermal ridges, just like what humans have on their hands and feet. Over 40 FBI forensic experts agreed that the tracks were made by a live animal.
Government men took 40 of them to look at the track and say, "Yep, this is a track." Probably only one of them even glanced at it. The rest of them was on coffee break.
I saw this on the internet, so I know it's got to be true.
Oh yeah, if it's on the internet.
Their feet, they've got an extra hinge in there.
They got an extra testicle.
No,
Oh.
they got an extra hinge. See, we have a heel and mid-bone and toes. They've got a bigger one. That's why their feet are so long. That's the reason they can get big.
What's your opinion on that, expert? Is it another kind of scientist?
I think it could be like they use different.
Well,
feet.
yeah, they call them
Yeah.
crypto.
Yeah, it's not zoology, it's cryptology.
Cryptology.
Crypto.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's on the internet.
It's got to be true.
Yeah, absolutely.
People don't realize that Google is fact. That's not like a joke. Like that's cheating. When you ask.
Just ask Siri.
Some people would say that
Yeah,
Siri is
don't
false.
tell him to ask Siri. Don't tell him to ask
Just
Siri.
ask Siri.
No.
Paul was walking with his
He
camera on.
argues with her.
Paul was walking with his camera on,
I
recording.
would too.
Paul was walking with his cameras on, recording the tracks when he suddenly cried out, and I quote, "Oh, there he goes." Paul's breath became loud, and he is obviously caught by surprise by what he had just seen. The creature crossed the trail in front of him from right to left, just 50 yards away. That's that right there, you see. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's some hippie saying, "I walked two hours to get back here so nobody would see me wearing my new fur coat, and here comes some bozo with a darn camera." It'd be our look, Donnie.
Go ahead, Donnie. I got something to say about that.
Dang.
All right. He walked forward, attempting to keep the camera on this animal when he captured a second one walking with the first one. This animal was smaller than the first
Well,
one.
that was his woman.
He done got knocked
His
up.
woman. No, unless you see a third, continue.
Paul Freeman stood 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighed over 270 pounds. He
Was 5 feet 6, 270.
6 feet 5
Oh.
inches, weighed over 270 pounds. He's
He's a bowling ball.
He had once worked security for. Shut up. He
Oh,
had.
that's this guy. Okay.
Oh, this is the filmer.
Yeah, he had
Oh.
once worked security for Chuck Berry when he was younger. Paul stated this creature was much larger than him. He'd been ridiculed by his neighbors for always searching for an imaginary creature and even had to move his kids to another school because of the bullying they endured.
Yeah, I can
Imagine
hear.
that.
I can hear the conversation now. My dad's a lawyer. What is your dad? He takes a camera out, prowls around the woods, looks for Bigfoot. Butt whipping begins. You don't need no lunch money.
Go ahead.
No comment.
Less talkative than you were at the beginning. I'm really upset.
I'm holding in. Yeah.
After the video was released, Paul Freeman made a big mistake. He admitted on Good Morning America that he had faked some Sasquatch footprints, but people automatically believed he would fake footprints. He would, fake videos. But Paul only said he faked footprints to show the difference between
Frick.
Paul only faked footprints to show the difference between fake prints and the real ones that he sent to the FBI. So it's the film isn't fake. The prints are on purpose.
And it tricked the FBI?
No, he sent the real ones to the FBI.
Oh.
Yeah. Not long after.
Posted the rest of them trying to get rich off of it. There you
Paul
go.
Pickled
Here
Pepper.
we go. Yeah.
Paul Pickled and Pepper. What now was it?
Peter Piper.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not repeating. I'm
Peter
not
Paul
repeating that.
Pickled.
Not long after he made his famous film, his health began to deteriorate.
Deteriorate.
Not long after he made his film. Not long after he made his famous film, his health began to deteriorate. He suffered from diabetes and in 2003, Paul died at the age of 59. He still stuck to his story that the video was real. His last dying wish was that people would just leave Sasquatch alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
brother.
Cousin Donnie.
Hell yeah.
Leave her at the club next time. Don't bring her home.
You see, you know they got Peace and Army manual. Hey, this is true story. I got it off the internet.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. The Army manual says to leave them alone.
Don't shoot him.
Don't fool with him.
You know what the
Leave him alone.
You know what the SEALs say? Never shoot a big man with a small caliber gun.
Absolutely. There was here we go. I seen it on the internet.
Here we go. This is
The
true.
guy was in a parking lot at a national park. And he's about the only one left there, and rocks started falling in the parking lot. You look it up. I can't remember which park it was, but man.
So Bigfoot lives downtown now.
It was 220 yards, and this dude was chunking rocks. I mean, big, double grapefruit size rocks. This guy 200.
What do you think about that cryptozoology?
That's pretty scary. I think that's like. I thank you for
Oh.
adding that.
I forgot I was supposed to click this. You didn't tell. Oh, is that him? Is that Bigfoot?
No,
That's a witness.
that's a witness.
Oh, he's the filmer.
People
Yeah.
have been calling me up
Okay.
at home, and my phone is unlisted, and telling me I'm crazy, and even calling my kids names and so forth.
Wonder why.
Okay.
Okay. So you through?
No.
Oh.
Now, according to experts, the film is authentic. Muscles can be seen moving beneath the fur. The creature stood at least 7 foot tall, and the arms are too long to be human. The gait is also difficult for someone to immolate. The depth of the tracks were much
Immolate.
immolate.
No, you're not Spanish. It's emulate.
No.
No. Deep breath.
Come on, Joe. Get it together.
All right, look here.
We're going to stop the podcast and have English class.
You're going to buy a vowel and a consonant. It's M-U and a word. What's the word?
Late.
Late. There you go.
I got it.
Two.
No, I got it.
Two consonants. And
Emulate. Do it again.
Oh, son, Lord have mercy.
You see what I'm doing?
Am I kin to you?
Yes, I messed up.
Jesus, man.
Say it again.
Emulate.
Emulate.
Close
You-
enough.
That's what I said.
No, you said ugh. It's emulate. Get a deep voice with it.
Emulate.
There you go, you got it.
I know.
Yes, sir.
I never do it again.
Absolutely.
I did it right the first time. Emulate.
No, that's not it. No.
Say it. Say it again.
Emulate.
Emulate. Emulate. Stop laughing at me.
It's-
Okay, next word.
It's like the bird.
Okay.
Emu.
Emulate.
Jeez, Lord have mercy. What kind of children have you had? My God, man.
We dropped him on his head.
Emulate.
Evidently,
Emul-
fathead for years.
Emulate.
Skip it.
Now what?
Okay.
What we doing next there, Paul?
All right, we're gonna do $10,000 pyramid. Skip.
The depth of the tracks were much too deep for someone less than 500 pounds.
Oh, she's a fat girl.
The only thing skeptics can say
I'm
is
glad she didn't roll over on Donnie. She squished the juice out of him.
Actually, the one I was blonde.
Oh, blonde. Okay.
the only thing skeptics the only thing skeptics can say is just because he admitted. Oh my gosh. The only thing skeptics can say is just because he admitted to faking some tracks for research purposes, he must have faked the video too. FBI experts say the tracks that Paul sent are too complicated to be fake. Film experts stated that Paul Freeman didn't have the ability to make such a complicated suit.
See, I told you the suit
Well-
and the tracks, they're triple.
I'm still a skeptic. I still see a dude in a fur coat. You know, there's a lot of weirdos on the West Coast.
But he wouldn't emulate it like with
Man.
that. Like,
Hey, you know what? You know what he was doing the other day? He was doing this sea monster. And he told me that they sent the film to the FBI, and the film, you know what the FBI said? They authenticated it. They said, this is a film.
Absolutely.
not wrong. I don't know why you hate it. It's not like it's.
Well, I could have looked at it and told it was a film.
Even a skeptic like you has a hard time proving this film to be fake. And that is the end of this script, and we are finally done with the script. We can do discussion time now, and we can talk about Bigfoot, whether we think they're real, even though y'all decided to do it while I'm reading the script instead. So I don't know if we have much more to talk about.
Well,
Do
you do know,
If you keep talking that way, I've got to have another beer.
you know Chuck Berry. Him and Chuck probably did a lot of acid.
Oh, God. He went further than I did.
You know his brain was fried.
Who's that?
Him, he's Chuck Berry's security guard. What you reckon that him and Chuck was? They were probably doing like Lance and taking their acid right out of the battery.
Anything to say about that?
No.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna let Donnie rate this one first.
Now look, hold on,
Which
wait.
one's he rating first? The
Hey,
Marble Mountain.
I rated it a 10 before I came over here. So,
First, do Marble Mountain. Do this one.
I,
1 out of 10.
man,
He
that's
gave it a 10.
bad picture. That is a terrible picture.
This
I've
one's
seen
better.
Pictures on the internet.
This is better. He's going.
Well, all that
Go that
red
way.
Stuff, what is the red stuff? This is a thermal video.
No, it's just really bad quality.
It's what?
The sun is behind the mountain.
So why did you not better?
That's what they took. I didn't take the picture
Well, why didn't you select another one?
because that one's a better story. Popular.
Okay.
Donnie gives that a 10.
No, I give the whole thing a 10.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this dude. I'm gonna give him a 3. I mean,
It is a bad photo, dude. I
he
will
got
give
his
you
arm
that,
stuck
but
out like.
He's telling you to
Go
get
that
the
way.
hell out of my damn house.
You think that's what he's doing?
This is my territory, dude.
Wait a
Yes,
minute.
sir.
Wait a minute.
They're a territory.
I'm gonna give this thing here a. I give it a 3.
This one's one of the best ones.
Hey, dude.
He's got poor
average
posture,
him
man.
out
Look,
and you get a set.
look, he got
I
a
got
big
a
old hump.
7.
He got a big old humpback. He's got poor
I got
posture.
a 7.
You
From
got a
who?
7. Timmy got a 7.
The average was
Me and you voted. You
Oh.
gave him a 3. I gave him a 10. And so he's got a 7.
Yeah, okay. You got a 7 for a humpback fur
Sucks to lose.
coat
Yes,
wearing.
sir.
It's not.
Hippie.
He
Hey.
emulated it.
Hey, I believe
He
you
emulated.
actually said it, didn't you?
I think so. Are we sure that y'all are right about that?
What?
The way you say it.
Give me.
Hang on. Hey Siri.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Hey Siri.
Here you go.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri.
How do you say emulate?
Evidently you can.
Hey Siri, come back. Siri, come back. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. How do you? Hey Siri.
Siri.
How do you say emulate?
You just
You're
said it.
gonna have to spell it. She can't
that's which
hear
language.
what she's doing. In which language?
Yeah.
What kind of language are you speaking?
It's asking me if I'm speaking Arabic.
Arabic, I believe it.
Good God.
What does it mean in Arabic?
Emulate in Arabic means.
Hockey.
Wait, that's not spelled the same.
See, she even says it correctly, and you can't. Seriously, are you?
Hockey.
Hockey. Well,
That's what she
we
said.
do in the winter when it gets rough.
You know what
around
she
here.
hockey. That's what she's saying about this Bigfoot stuff. Just like Einstein. Hockey. TNT out.